And back to this.
Back, yes, indeed. We'll be talking about security and some of the matters here this morning. As you may have seen, we're joined by Senator Abdulaziz Musa Yar'Adua. He is the chairman, Senate Committee on Army, and also the new chairman, Northern Senators Forum. Good morning, Senator. Thank you for coming on today.
Good morning, Chamberlain.
So, having emerged as the chairman, Northern Senators Forum, considering how the whole scenario, what transpired before your emergence, what's your thinking about how you are going to approach that new role?
Well, thank you, Chamberlain. First and foremost, this forum, the Northern Senators Forum, was established, to promote the unity of Nigeria. And I think that is how I'm going to approach, this new role that I'm going to play. And I tell you that we are going to work with the leaders of the Southern Senators Forum to ensure that we promote.
All right, let's just leave it at that. So Nigeria at war. Abdulaziz Yar'Adua's position and concerns about military excesses in Okuoma, Delta State. This man apparently has replaced the suspended Senator Ningi, right? And he's also, what is he, a nephew, a brother to the, he's also making some statements around his
Yes, he is a descendant of the great Musa Yar'Adua family of Katsina State. The same family that produced Sheikh Musa Yar'Adua, the former
president.
No, what's it called? The former deputy, the former military deputy to Obasanjo from 1976 to 1979, when he was military head of state. Yes, Sheikh Musa Yar'Adua was the chief of staff, supreme headquarters. That was the way the military vice president of Nigeria used to be addressed, and he also related from that same line to the late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. Remember, Sheikh Musa Yar'Adua, Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, and then this Senator Musa Yar'Adua. Abdulaziz Musa Yar'Adua. They are from the great, and their father, the original Musa Yar'Adua, was a great politician of the, in Nigeria, the first republic, immediate post-independence of Nigeria. So now, I think producing somebody from the Yar'Adua stock to lead the Northern Senate caucus is instructive. That is a family that is strongly steamed in Nigeria's military tradition. Yes, they are strongly steamed. The only person that has been able to dare a confrontation with them, because you remember, Sheikh Musa Yar'Adua, as the leader of PDM, People's Democratic Movement in Nigeria, and later as a strong contender against Oba, then chief, as he was known, but now Oba Oluyemi Falaye, Oba Olufalaye.
Right.
Sheikh Musa Yar'Adua was a well-rounded politician, apart from being a military.
So let me get this straight. Sheikh, really quickly, because I'm a little confused. The one that passed away while he was president was
Umaru Musa Yar'Adua.
Okay. And Sheikh was also running for president one time, right?
Yes, and he was later arrested and accused of coup plot by late General Sani Abacha. That's the point I'm making. Even for Abacha to have taken on that family, at the end of the day, you saw the sudden death syndrome that killed Sani Abacha. Because you don't go after strong elements like this and then still think that you will have longevity. No, they too have their own aura. I'm not like that, So for him to have emerged now as the leader of the Northern Caucus in the Nigerian Senate is instructive, and we need to watch closely and with caution as well on the direction that things will take. For example, the Ningi disclosure, like we have said, Ningi has been a patriotic whistleblower against people that have been shortchanging Nigerian voters, Nigerian citizens.
Right.
But people like Senator Bamidele Okoyemi is our good buddy, good friend in the Nigerian students' movement in those days. In fact, he was always with us in Ado-Ekiti during the presidency of Yomi Girado and Bola Ajimuda. I mean, our students' union government in Ado-Ekiti in those days. He was a known quantity to all of us, but we were expecting him to be pan-Nigerian and pro-Nigerian. But since this Nigi disclosure, he was the one who reverted to not minding the fact that he is the majority leader in the in the Senate. He was the one who stoked this revival stuff for Southern senators. And this is the response that the North is putting up now. And it is apt to say that Nigeria is in a state of war. In fact, more than a state of war, Nigeria has relapsed into a state of anomy. Now, let's connect between that. Let's connect between that and what is happening currently in Delta State. Okuoma community in Ughelli, where the total picture of what is going on is not yet clear. And some journalists forgetting the fact that if you incite the military or anybody to commit ethnic purge, pogrom, or genocide, you may be as guilty as the military people who are spearheading it as well. Because the full story is not yet known. And it is objectionable, it is condemnable and ungodly for local militants to ambush like the military. That is the military version of war transfer. But what we are gathering from the people of that community is quite different from that. The people of that community are saying the Nigerian military became interested party in taking side with the other community that was at war with Okuoma people. And that after coming and being entertained and being given the traditional hospitality in the community, offered kola nuts and prayers and all that, and they talked about the issues at stake. The military insisted on going with the chairman of the Development Association of that community. They wanted to also arrest other people alongside with him, and the people of the community resisted that, no, you are becoming an interested party in this field. It should not be the business of the military. You cannot arrest the leader. Whatever happened thereafter is not fully known. But the excitement with which President Bola Tinubu, like I told you during our last recording, I said everybody is following in lockstep on the tradition and mentality of Muhammadu Buhari in APC. Shoot first and ask questions later. No critical thinking. They did not think through before Bola Tinubu gave a marching order to the military. Those who were involved in the dastardly killing of the lieutenant colonel, 2 majors, captain, and other rank and file, totally 16 bodies in a gory manner, thrown into a river. Yes, condemnable and objectionable. But you and I know that when people target law enforcement personnel in America, you don't annihilate a whole community because of that. You don't put this apocalyptic pronouncement that that community should be razed down, people killed, maimed, and what have you. That is what has happened in the last 72 hours in Okuoma from reports that we're getting. And why would Nigerian president not be discreet on how he uses orders as commander-in-chief? So 1 or 2 gangsters or militants or individuals perpetrated an heinous crime, then you make an an entire village to pay for it. The international community must pay attention to things like this. When military people were ambushed and killed by known terrorists in Niger State, like they continue to do every day, everywhere, the Nigerian presidency has never given a marching order that an entire place to be wiped off. This thing that people do to communities in southern Nigeria, look at the way they also tried to annihilate Igboho the other day. Things happen, instead of being reasonable and using instrument of intelligence and law enforcement to put things right and let people face the music of their crime. You say a whole community should be wiped off. Who does that? In a place not far from us, a few days ago in Kansas City here, 2 policemen were gunned down. Of course, they were given heroic burial, and the perpetrators of the crime had to be traced and tracked down. You saw the killings that also happened during the celebration of the Chiefs concerning, what's it called? The Super Bowl here. The perpetrators were rounded up, they were identified, and they are facing criminal prosecution right now. That is what should have happened in Okuoma. And to say that Nigeria is at war, using different tactics to engage people of Nigeria. You will not do this up north in Nigeria, you will not do it elsewhere, but in southeast, southwest, you will be using the military to put down the people. Now people are even talking of oil bunkering being at the center of this. And this is the nonsense that Nigerian people should be pushed into picking the bill. Yes, the military should be painstaking and be professional and thorough. And the police as well, in finding those who kill those soldiers and bring them to justice instead of killing innocent people, children, women, old men, and all kinds of stuff. This ought to stop. And this is not a good moment for Nigeria at all. So I agree into that, yes, Nigeria is at war, but not against any foreign territorial enemy, foe. Nigeria is at war with its people, with its citizens, with its staff. Look at what the leader of Niger is doing to Nigeria, taunting Nigeria, rejecting offers, and even extending it now to saying that Americans are given 2 weeks to pack their stuff and leave that country. That does not attract the attention of Bola Tinubu. He's excited to kill his own citizens. He did it in connivance with Buhari at Lekki Toll Gate in Lagos. He's still repeating it in Okuoma. And even when innocent citizens are protesting on the street of Asaba, they open fire on them. What kind of country is Nigeria becoming? Yes. Some people say failed state. I don't think that we want to see Nigeria fail. So people must do things according to civilized standard.
Okay. All right, good. Thank you so much for that somewhat of a special report, because this was one of the news that you wanted to cover today. That's all we have today, and do us a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, follow. More importantly, we would like to know your opinions. Leave your comments below the video, either you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. Please also help us share this video. All right. Any last words?
Oh, well, that all hands must be on deck so that the Nigerian project can fly. It will be a sad thing to see Nigeria disintegrate and fall into an irredeemable state. That said, to the viewers, this is a project you ought to support. We don't need to proselytize you. You know what to do. Always make sure that you stay with us at SharpEdgeNews.com.
Great. Awesome.
Thanks so much.
All right. Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.